There we go.
Get up there. Say hi, everybody. Easy now.
Lord.
Hi, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome to the live. I think next live we are going to be fairly quiet here in the shop because Ward and Russell will not be invited to the live.
I haven't said a thing yet.
Mainly Ward. He's no longer invited. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to December. It's December. It's cold outside. We have tons of snow out there as well. And yeah, it's been busy in the shop. What's happened in the past 2 weeks, I always like to do a bit of a summary. And the summary is we were at Miami Jets last week. And tons of fun. It was awesome to see. And great event. For the US, it's not a huge event, it's kind of small, but for Canada, it's a huge event, right? So if we have a big event, we might have maybe 30 pilots kind of thing. I think down there, just a pure guess, might be about 50 pilots. It was really hot, really humid, great. I did get some flights recorded of the Elite Aerosports Razor, so that is coming. I just edited the video yesterday. And channel members, they've already seen the video because you get to see the video early. So there's 8 people out there that have already seen the Razor flying video. Glad you guys got to see it. If you are interested in channel membership, that's one of the perks. Trusty bent screwdrivers. That's another thing. Trusties. I can't remember how many.
That one says for Dave.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
I can't remember how many are left, but I think there's about 50 left on the website. So we've sold about 45 of them since yesterday afternoon, evening. So if you want a trusty bent screwdriver, definitely check it out on the website. It's on the lighter side of rc.com. They're $20, $19.99, and then shipping is various depending on where you live, whether it's Canada or the US. Yeah, so that's been the 2 weeks. It hasn't been a ton going on here in the shop because we were away last weekend. So we've worked on the 339. That video was today. And yeah, that's pretty much the update stuff. A couple things that I wrote on the board to tell you guys about is RCCG machine. So the RCCG machine right now for the month of December is $100 off, which is awesome. So if you go to www.rccgmachine.com, it's on the banner up there. Michael has that sale on for the rest of December. So if you've ever wanted one of those things, now is a good time to pick it up. It's basically 10% off the unit, which is great. And yeah, so tonight the goal is we're going to test run this thing.
Yeah.
The Swiwin. So the 300 we call a beast. This thing, I think we're calling it the monster. It's nuts. So full disclosure, we've already test run this thing. We did our video today, but I want to share this with you guys to see this thing running. It is bananas. So it's that's the goal for tonight, is to get this thing set up on our test stand, do a test run with it. It's crazy. So we've got one project coming up for this particular engine. That project is not going to be on the channel. It's kind of, I guess we'll call it top secret. Yeah, there won't be any information about that project, but this engine's going in it. But as of like a couple days ago, we've got another project coming, which is going to be on the channel. And we're pretty sure this is the engine that's going in that project. So that's going to be a fun one. Coming soon to the lighter side of rc.com is a project with one of these engines. So that is, I think, the update. What else? Oh, F14XL is here in Canada, not in the shop. So we should get that third week of December, maybe, just before Christmas. With that order, we've also got an A10 coming. in the black snake scheme. So we're going to do that as a build video on the channel, but it'll be kind of a condensed one, just kind of a really quick overview because we've done an in-depth A10 before. And the third project for one of these is also coming in that order too. And I'll just tell you what it is. It's an F-16 from Skymaster, the 1/5 scale one, and we're gonna probably stuff one of those guys in there. So that's the upcoming stuff. It's gonna be a fun one. What else? Yeah.
37 people on,
Nice.
and a lot of them are saying, "Hi, John!"
Perfect. Hey, everybody.
And they're protesting that you even think about getting rid of me, because there's some of them, no way.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, keep Russell around too, so you can't get rid of us. We're stuck.
I don't believe you.
Okay, I got everybody after you.
So that's the name of the game tonight. We've got some trustees set aside for people. Oh, don't want to show anybody's information, but here's our orders for trustee bent screwdrivers. So we got lots of orders to fill.
Katie's
Thank you
here.
guys for
trustees.
thank you guys for ordering your trustees. I appreciate it. Some of you have added to the order and put a bunch of 3D parts and stuff on there. That's super cool. I appreciate that. So thank you.
Never thought you'd have such a good response. That's great. He is trusty bent screwdriver. It's been going for years now. He is a celebrity.
How do we start this?
He's a very reliable trustee. Yes. I can't believe that many already. Now he's gonna try to figure out.
There we go. Oh, and I'm wearing my shirt. Yes, in case you can't see me, I'm wearing my Firebird shirt. So this is one of the events we sponsored this year. Thank you guys for sending me this shirt. I appreciate it. Look at that, eh? There you go.
There you are. You're time delayed. Oh, look at this.
Nice.
And it's off in his face. Look at the KD and infinite.
Okay, Katie, you need a mic. We were talking about getting rid of Ward, but apparently people want to keep him around, so.
What can I say? I'm a lovable guy.
Should be connected.
Yep. Hi, John from Western Australia.
What's up?
Western
Howdy.
Rob.
Hey, Rob.
There you go. Not sure how this works.
Here.
That's a serious EPU data connection.
Sorry, guys, we're just fixing the camera. Might be a little bit bumpy. There we go. Katie's womaning the camera for us. So if you have any comments, questions, ask away. There may be some comments or questions if you funnel through those, Katie.
Not really.
All right, we need to put fuel in this thing.
It shows up really good.
Just a lot of highs for me. Hey guys.
Whoa. Bring it over right now?
Bring what over?
The engine?
No.
Did you have to modify the stand at all?
Not really. I just took the plates off, flipped them around, and now the engine just sits on the vertical. So it actually fits perfect.
Yeah. Right. I thought he did all this. No, cut it, make it wider. No, that makes complete sense when you said that.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Okay, so that's all good.
You're gonna love it when you drive it.
So the 339's going well. Just started video number 3 on the 339 today, and I think we'll probably wrap it up in one more video. Kyle, if you're on here, it should be done in the next couple days, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday. So
You're emptying it?
now I'm filling it.
Yeah, now you're He's mixing fuel.
Yeah, so the 339's going well. We're really not a whole bunch past what today's video was if you have watched it. So we just started doing the tank setup. So the tank's done and we were just gonna put the tank in. So that's pretty much what we started the next video with and what we're working on now. So And I tell you, the 400, it eats a lot of fuel.
Oh yeah, it is awesome.
You think 3 is bad? The 4 is gonna just hit.
Oh,
Justin wants
Careful
to
of
know
that
how
cable.
much it weighs.
The 400?
Yep.
The 400 weighs, I wrote down on the paper here actually.
You gotta. You get your
I think it's sort of 8 point something pounds total.
So here's the layout for it. So engine 3444 grams, so 7.59 pounds. BB is black box, so the black box contains the electronics, the pump and everything. That's 446, which is almost a pound, so 0.98 pounds. Cables, because they're a special cable, they're 0.3 pounds. So the total is 4,033 grams, 8.88 pounds. Very cool. So this is what, during our test today, this is what we came up with. So 1 liter of fuel, it consumed that in 54.82 seconds. So 1 minute at full throttle will use 1,091 milliliters per minute.
A liter per minute?
1 liter per minute at full throttle, yeah.
Just about 1.1 liters of the
And when we turned it off, it burped.
It was crazy.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Chug.
This is gonna be good. Shut the front door.
If you don't hold the cabinet, the whole cabinet will move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have.
How's that one end? He's at that end. And we just like holding it. We both had a snowstorm outside.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there's no vehicles parked there. I'm like,
Now he's saying he should have just strapped it on his back and cleaned off the snow in the driveway.
oh, that'll melt the snow in the driveway.
And if you put this engine in a plane, you definitely have to tell people to stay away from the back. Because it was hot.
You know those large Jersey containers where they have the 7.5 liter Jersey fuel jugs?
Yeah.
That's what you need for this. Like with the 300, 400, it's the big jug.
All right, so that should be enough fuel. There we go.
You gonna fill up the liter bottle?
No.
No.
Are you doing an engine test?
Yeah,
We're gonna get everybody.
we're gonna run the engine.
Yeah, they call it the Monster now. New nickname. We've gone from Beast to Monster.
So-
Kelly.
I'll show you the connectors here. So it's because this engine is designed primarily for UAV use, the connectors are very different. So they're a locking style connector. The black box has 3 ports. All of them are different. So there's no possible way to put this cable in the wrong port.
Have we sold the F-18 yet?
No,
yet.
F-18 is still for sale.
Gathering dust.
Somebody needs to buy it.
Someone needs a Christmas gift.
Are you running diesel or K1?
Jet A.
Jet A.
So a couple cool things. If you guys watch the video, you'll see all this stuff, the test video, but I got it. It's got to be very accurate, otherwise it's going to come off. So this engine operates to 9,000 meters, 30,000 feet.
Holy,
Yeah, like crazy, crazy stuff.
that is UAV.
Yes.
It's just a little bit out of sight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So maybe the military.
No
I
comment.
spy with my little eye. You wouldn't even see it from the ground.
No.
No, you definitely need.
Because even a plane, like, if
You
it's
need
20
tracking.
feet big, you would not even see the wingspan that high.
You definitely need tracking.
So it's kind of like Reaper size or whatever those ones are. Not quite that big.
Yep, I'm gonna have to get my puffer jacket. Nick said, go get your puffer jacket. Yes, I will need my puffer jacket when the door's
yeah,
open.
That's right, from last time. Very good. Oh, okay.
I call it my sleeping bag because it's like down to my ankles.
You're very fashionable.
Edgardo says, same as the full-scale jet engine connectors.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then the black box is kind of unique as well too. So you've got a different cable setup as well. So this is our multi-connector. So you basically have your GSU plug, telemetry plug. There's a connection that plugs into a computer. So that's what this one's for. And then you've got throttle cable, your data cable, and then this is a switch cable. So one of the unique things about this, because of what this is primarily used for, so the throttle cable that plugs into our normal receiver port, when you take power away from the receiver, this stays on. So if your avionics, your autopilot stuff was to lose control or lose signal or whatever or something, this stays on and running.
That's a
for
good safety feature.
yeah, for safety stuff.
Very good.
Don't need my radio, we got ones. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the other connections are basically the same. So you've got your standard battery plug. This thing works on a 3-cell LiPo or a 4-cell LiPo is what it's rated for. And that shirt's bright, eh?
Isn't it? Looks nice though.
It is.
Mango.
And then the pump is mounted in here. So it's just a standard Swiwin pump. So you have a 6 mil inner intake, 4 mil output. And with our fuel setup here, it's actually quite restrictive, and there was 0 issues with that. So when I say it's restrictive, the tank comes into, so 8 mil line, high flow pickup, but that comes into 6 mil line. The 6 mil line comes around through a bunch of Festo fittings to the T, to this point. So we've got about 3 feet of 6 mil line that this pump is actually sucking from. So actually quite a restrictive setup, and it was a 0 issue with the test run we did earlier. So
Imagine there'd be a few more gains to go to 8 mil, straight 8 mil.
yeah.
David wants to know if you still need V-Speak sensor for fuel consumption.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't think, so this box has a whole bunch more telemetry than our normal setup, but it is all, it's open, but it's all based on the other flight softwares that you'd use for UAV stuff, which I don't think we're gonna be able to get the data from. So we'll have to play around with that and see. I am curious to see what the answer to that is. So, but you can see there, it basically turned on. So
All by itself.
all by itself. So right now there's no receiver power. We'll plug our GSU in.
Has a different tone to it than the other Schwins.
So we can't run it unless we had our switch hooked up, but right now it's in the stop stage. So once we actually supply it with signal from our receiver, then we'll be good. So we'll turn our radio on now. And then now we'll take our throttle channel, plug it into here. And then as soon as I plug a battery in, you'll hear it go doo 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 doo. There you go. So now we've got control from the radio. There we go. So we've got that connected, our fuel's connected. Awesome. And the other thing that happened was, so when we were doing our test earlier today, and again, you guys will see this in the test run of the video, or the video of the test run and setup and everything. We did our liter consumption test, and I had the cameras here, and I was watching this, but it consumes so much fuel so fast. It started sucking in air. I reached over to try and switch the valves. The pump sucked in a whole bunch of air. I got the valve switched over, started sucking in fuel again, and the engine just kept running. It was crazy how much air that pump sucked in.
That's amazing
Zero
it went through
issues.
that.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear it. It's just like, it was like, and then started right back up, no problem. So it was impressive. It's
That
pretty
is
crazy.
Very impressive.
Do you want to go get your puffer jacket?
Or somebody can go grab it, it's on the chair
On the chair?
Thanks, Ford.
in the dining room.
Dining room.
I'm gonna go without because then I'll just have to take all my stuff off.
Microphone off, yeah.
Yeah,
So you don't need to video this? Is this just for the live?
yeah, this is just for the live. Yeah, I've already, so we did the engine unboxing, test run, review, and everything earlier. So thank you. It's probably Nick reminding us. You okay there, Katie?
Yep. Predator says they are also installed in target drones and shot down.
Yeah,
What a
Really?
waste.
yeah.
They're gonna waste that on it? Wow.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, for military use,
No,
like
they have to have something that's very lifelike, right? Like,
these things, I think the retail on them is like 6,600 US,
It's not
right?
super cold out.
Pretty drop in the bucket compared.
for
So
the military?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David wants to know, can you also test the restart?
yes, for sure. I'll definitely. I think let me confirm that I left it on. Restart is on. Yes. Cool. So let's fire this thing up.
Grab some beers.
It's for you.
Snap.
Putting Katie's ear protection on.
It's not a headband.
You should have had.
Russell, you got to plug your ears. I don't have an extra set for you.
Edgardo says he's got his jacket on as well. And I'm probably
Good.
yelling because I've got.
You guys can see how much snow. It started snowing yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
When? What is today? Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, it started snowing Thursday,
Thursday night.
and it basically didn't stop. So
Just a little bit on.
yeah,
So,
my morning for 3 hours this morning, I was plowing snow. Oh, we need to go up more than that. There we go.
perfect.
All right.
Jacket on?
Ed,
No. Fuel's on. Oh, guess we do need to hook fuel up, hey? Pause.
Pause. For intermission break.
Dance for me. Dance.
This time is brought to you by Aero Panda.
Nothing will happen if we don't have fuel connected.
Can't drop from the air.
Okay, input.
It'd be interesting to know how much different that pump is than what's on the 300.
Identical.
And so then that's amazing. Those pumps are absolutely freaking amazing if they go through that kind of air.
Yeah, so
That's
the pumps on a normal Swiwin turbine, your max pump power is normally, like it comes from the factory at 10 volts. The smaller engines, you're going to be running probably max of 5. The 300 as an example, you're going to be probably around 7, 8 volts. This one, when you go to the
240 would be close to
yeah,
that.
this one when you go to the menu, the running menu, so the pump limit is 13 volts. So,
Wow.
but we got to about 10 volts is where we got to on our first run. So right now it's set at 9.8. It depends on, obviously that's always adjusting, right? So, okay, so we got fuel, fuel, fuel. Good, now we're good.
Prime it.
Kyle wants to know when you're going to get more hoodies.
You got to order from the YouTube channel down below when you watch a video. So we got a whole section of air here.
already trying to go.
We'll just let it do its thing. It's got dual igniters as well too, so.
You can hear it, yeah.
Scales on. Lots of air. Lots of air. Trying to do a restart.
Oh. Snap. Wish I had that quick accel.
That is crazy.
That is crazy fast. Well, that's. I didn't know put that in the rebel.
So that first time there, I went all the way up to 70, which is the max,
Yeah.
right? And that's too fast. It can't handle that. But yeah, that was at 60. What was that, at 67 or something?
Yeah, 67, 66.
Yeah, and 3.5 seconds.
That is crazy.
Yeah, very cool engine.
All hail to the monster. Notice how blue the flame is coming out and how uniform it is.
Yeah.
Comes out. Like they have that burner down to a science in the back there.
And you can disconnect that, obviously.
Man.
Look how much fuel she burned out.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it wasn't bad. I didn't. So the run I did for the video, I spent so much time adjusting the Excel
Yeah, yeah.
because the Excel came at 25, right, which was really slow.
Yeah.
I mean, in a UAV situation, it doesn't matter.
No, that's what they want.
So,
They
yeah.
want slow, nice and smooth.
So I kept going up and up and up. So we went through a lot of fuel. But I mean, that was for whatever time that was, 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
What's
I
the
wasn't full. So
What's the max RPM that is? 90?
97,000. So the 300 max is 98,000. So it's almost the same
Except it's
RPM.
moving a lot more air.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the monster.
Yeah, that's now. Yeah, we'll get a monster drink. It's now a monster. That is.
What's that going in?
I'd love to see that as a jet because doing that acceleration, like.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So this particular engine is going in our special project that won't be on the channel. It's top secret, basically. We will probably have another one of these going in a 1/5 scale F-16, which is coming soon as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's for David's friend.
Why don't you jack it off?
Hello, Ward.
Thanks, Ward.
Thank you.
So that's the Swiwin engine. That's it. Have a good night. See you later.
Back to regular schedule.
Oh, man.
That is amazing. How
Yeah.
quick that is. The acceleration.
Nez.
That's what we always have to do is the delay thing, the acceleration.
Yeah.
And that's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They have got some really good software in there.
I was impressed with the with that thing.
Hey,
Nezzy Poo.
Yeah, you making your appearance tonight?
I kicked her out earlier because it was too loud.
She's like, yeah.
Oh, now Luna's joining us.
Luna,
The whole
get
party is
back in there,
here.
I love this.
I know.
Turbine
Jet A in the morning.
in the evening.
Got Jet A.
Russell, David wants to know how you're doing.
Good. We're rocking the Aero Panda. Beautiful shirt.
You could put that with the other three in
Nice
between the
long
wings,
sleeve.
or
Just
put them in
for
the
us
box.
Canadians.
Well, guys, that's the Swiwin engine. Let's get back into the 339. Crazy. That's fun.
That was.
Now I want a plane that I can put one of those in.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a long discussion now.
Yeah. It's got to be a pretty big plane.
That's another discussion. And then trailer size. You're gonna start
And then weight limits. You know, everybody's concerned about this weight limit
I
stuff.
wasn't gonna go down that rabbit hole, but
What's our weight limit? 600 pounds? Something like that, right?
yeah.
And then you worry about height limit. Well, it only goes up to 400 feet anyway.
Exactly.
The way Mac is going.
So if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask. How's everybody's winter projects coming along?
David Snyder says, put it in the boomerang.
Oh God, they ripped the wings off of it.
And
That would literally rip the wings off.
6 pounds of lead in the nose to counterbalance.
Right.
Look for a snap in half just from the fuel.
Yeah. Didn't allow Coco to get on the sticks.
Yeah.
Stick up for a boot. A midnight boot, like a late night boot, like. That was still amazing how he flew yours at dusk there.
Yeah, that was a cool flight for sure.
Oh man.
Kind of wish we would have videoed that, but like a full flight video.
Other
Yeah.
David S says, would be perfect for the 1/5 F-16.
I agree. We should order one of those.
Yeah, that would be we've seen pictures from Carf that they've put out. The guy beside it, he's a very small Filipino guy who's very short, made the plane look really big. It's huge. It's another 3 feet longer than that Sequoia there, just about.
We'll just put a toddler beside it and be like,
Yeah.
David's got one on order.
Look how big it is.
He was talking about he's got one on order for when it comes out. Yeah, that would actually fit in, and you'd have to have what is it? One of them ducks in there.
I'll put it in F-22.
Hi, Lou.
Velocity Addiction says you need a big SU to put that in.
Yeah, bigger SU.
Bigger, yes.
Rob says, what's your height limit over there? In Western Australia, we are limited to 400 feet.
Yeah,
It's
same.
the same.
This year we are the same.
We are the same.
Edgardo says, and 15 seconds of flight time.
Yeah, exactly.
And about, okay, liters wise, probably about 12 liters of fuel.
Well, we figured about 8.
12 or 15 liters of fuel is in there. That's going to be, in the Sequoia, it's going to be how many? 10 liters in there?
I'm not sure. I think it's 12. I haven't filled it yet, so.
Yeah, so.
No, it's
yeah,
okay. You can just let go.
Probably about the same then.
Joe says the T-33 cockpit is near completion.
Awesome. Looking forward to that, Joe. Thank you.
David Snyder says a big Phantom would be good.
Oh, huge Phantom. That would, you just have to find somebody to build the trucks for the bypass.
Nick
This
says
is-
put it in the T-33.
If we had big T-33? Yeah.
Yeah, a massive
That
T-33.
would be, yeah. That would actually be really good.
Okay, this is a royal pain in the butt. Need to drill
Tigers
those holes
RC
bigger.
says on the MB339, I would suggest pushing the pipe as far back as you can. A lot of the prototype models got burns on the tail. For the CG, instead of adding weight, you can use bigger flight packs.
Yeah, and I think so. Ours came with a little metal heat plate. I think is the best way to call it. That I think goes above the tailpipe where it comes out. I'm not sure if all of them do, but that's what this one came with. So.
Rob says he hopes to finish his scratch-built 1/6 scale F-16 next month. He'll send pics.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, I saw your comment on our RC Air experience post that Anthony posted. Thank you. We'll definitely use that as a feature. We Monday we're doing our podcast with Greg and Jenny Alderman from Boomerang, Heli Direct, Jag RC.
Oh, yes.
So that'll be a fun one.
The guys that have those really nice mounts that we use, or you guys use.
So that'll be the next podcast that we have coming out. So what I'm doing here is I'm drilling out the holes because the position of the blind nuts that are in there, they're off a little bit. So
David S says 12 liter in SU.
there you go. You heard that? Yeah.
So this, with those 12 liters would actually burn longer. Would go along, well, no, that's, yeah, about the same.
Yeah, but having a twin in there, or twins in there, like twin 240s is ideal.
Yeah, exactly. No, something like this, like in like that big bathroom, like carpet.
Oh.
Getting done.
Like a big single, like an F-16.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing for it, right?
Did they
So-
make a 1/4 scale? Anybody?
No, 1/5 scale.
Oh my God. We thought the 300, oh my Lord.
So hopefully
Yeah,
we
you
can get
could-
these on now.
If you put that in there, you could easily 3D that jet. You could. So easy, so overpowered. Oh my.
I think Coco would have fun with it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Hint,
Yeah.
hint, Coco, if you
Hint,
watch
hint.
this.
3 liters of smoke oil would disappear so fast.
Predator says, I would like to see a big MiG-21 with the 400.
Yeah.
Does anybody build a big thing?
I think anything with the 400 is just cool.
That is huge. I
Got
just like how it performs. I mean, I like how the 300, but that's very. I like.
Edgardo wants to know if any of your other family members fly.
No. Katie came the closest. She's still working on it.
I'm working on it.
But no, my daughters don't fly. I don't have any, like my parents have nothing to do with it, so.
I have a Cub, and it's all blinged out.
Well, you can show them. It's right behind you.
There's my Cub up there.
The wings are all sparkly pink.
Yeah, it's got glitter on it.
Yeah,
It's glittery. It looks cool in the air, though.
it does. Actually, looks very cool.
So you just dabbed a little bit of solder on there, just like a barb then, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah, all it does is prevent the,
Tooth from cutting the
Exactly.
wire from any sucking of any air.
Nick wants to know, is the T-33 wide enough?
for that T-33 that I'm building, the BVM one is teeny.
Yeah, you can show them.
Like we're putting a 95 from Zykoy in there, I think is what we're putting in there. So
100 size.
yeah, 100 size, which is big because that T-33 when it first came out or when guys started putting turbines in it was like, it's designed around a P60.
Velocity Addiction says you could put the 400 in a 1-to-1. Sorry, cat's crawling on me. BD.
BD5, yep. Or a glider,
Oh my God.
like a full-scale glider.
Oh, no kidding. That would pull you right up.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Crank that up. So the Rebel used to have these guys with the parachutes that would take off, right? The
Yeah.
turbines in the back.
Okay, Nancy, you're gonna have to go.
Instead of like 4, you'd have 2 of those. Because that whole backpack was a little fuel tank.
Yeah.
The guy had.
You need a lot of fuel.
That is, yes.
All right, so we got our fuel tank mounted, mounted. Had to drill the holes out a little bit because the blind nuts were off, so I just went up one size on each of the holes and it was enough gap that we could install that now. So we'll run our zip ties through here and then we will leave them as loose as possible and then slip the tank in from the top end. Nice. It is. Big mamma jamma.
You don't find those too often.
Where do you get your carbon fiber servo arms from?
MKS.
And
They're listed on my website, but that's where they ultimately come from is MKS.
So what the nice benefit is, like you can put a 3 mil in there, and it's also drilled out where just the clevis will just go right into the hole. So you can start with the clevis pin, and then if you have to go up to like a 440 or a 3 mil going through, it's perfect. I mean, you just drill them out.
Yeah, they're nice, nice servo arms.
They're strong. I mean, they're probably what, 1/8 inch thick. Yeah, they're thick.
Yeah, I think so.
Like about 2 mils at least.
All right, what does our instructions say? Adjust the position of the tank so the top hatch can be installed. That would be a good idea, I think. And so that comes forward like that. So if we flip this, that makes sense. Nice. Actually been pleasantly surprised with this plane during the whole process. It has gone together quite well. It seems like it's very well thought out as well too, so that's been a nice positive with it. A couple little changes here and there that I've done. Ugh. Don't lick your fingers after you've been running an engine.
Oh, yeah, Lord.
Nez won't go down.
When I'm preoccupied, that's exactly what she does constantly. She was in a sucky mood yesterday. All day yesterday she kept doing that. So one thing though, I want to see where our CG is because we do have some leeway here. I think that hatch will still go on even if the tank is back. Where's our hatch? There's our hatch. Nope. Now I understand why they say make sure the hatch will go on. So just like that. So I don't think that back zip tie is going to actually do anything.
Justin says the podcast with the wives was great. It's only because the wives were on it.
Of course.
David says 300 is a good match for the BVM 1/5 F-16.
Yeah.
The Skymaster needs more power due to weight, and 400 is a good match.
Yeah, it's a heavier plane.
Well, for the gear, for one.
Well, just the plane in general's heavier.
Really?
Yeah.
Sheldon says, what did you think of the Razor?
Oh, I love the Razor. I thought it was awesome. I want a Razor. Yeah, I know. She's right in there. Nez, buddy.
Now she wants to come back out.
No, come on, out of there. Come on, out. Come on. Come on, get.
Yes, you don't have your pilot's license, so you can't fly.
Oh, she's doing an inspection. That's the inspection.
That's what she was doing with the SU-30 when it was just in pieces. She was just like crawling in and out of the thing. Yeah, the Razor was cool. Very impressed with the Razor. It's a little bit lighter construction than what you would normally see in the Elite Aerosports aircraft. But I did video the Razor Mondays. There's a video coming out on Monday of the Razor. It's kind of a special video. I just threw it in the mix.
What size is it anyways?
So
Wingspan?
Pablo had a 220 in there, a JetCat 220,
Gotcha.
and it's a sizable plane. It's like the Kinetics for size. So it's like 2.5-ish meters, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a good size plane. It's kind of like the Rebel Pro size, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I was impressed. I would definitely. I kind of want to own one. So.
What are you saying?
What am I saying? I'm saying that if somebody wants to buy my Super Elan, that would be awesome.
Justin says, I was watching the podcast with FR Sky, then realized it's 8 p.m.
He was, yeah.
They're not that awesome of zip ties.
Kind of low on the quality.
Velocity Addiction says, took a weekend off to go ambulance shopping for my RC toy hauler.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Oh yeah.
Mark
Some of us
says,
is looking good. Yeah.
hey Jonathan, Mark from Massachusetts. Finally
Mark.
got to catch you live. So when is your Elite Aerosports Razor showing up? By the way, we have 5 guys flying the 339 up at our club. Very popular airplane.
Nice.
Chad says David needs 2 400s in his F-22.
I'm not sure if a Razor will be in my future, but we'll see.
It's on the want list.
It's on the want list, exactly.
Do I need it? No.
Edgardo says, for future live, is it possible to visit your helpers' garage to see their projects?
Maybe. Ow!
It looks like Dave's Rebel over there, with different colors. With the green,
See, the problem with Russell's garage,
it's cold.
he doesn't have a heater in there.
It's cold because
So-
I was just in there in my stocking feet, and I'm like, "This is beautiful. My feet are toasty in here." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's cold. That's cold."
So I don't really want to visit Russell's
No,
garage.
not too many people want to visit.
If you want to visit mine, we're here.
Yeah.
This is it. I had to leech off of them.
Stacy
big
says
room
that's a fair-sized tank.
Which one?
Did you put in?
The one that I'm putting in? Yeah, it's a good sized tank for this plane. I think
It
it's
is actually.
I think it's maybe 2 liters,
Yeah, that's a lot.
which
for
is
that
good
size.
for like an
That's
80
good.
size engine. So
Nick says that Razor is stupid fast and how it stays together pulling those G's.
oh yeah, Nick, you've got to watch the Razor video already. Nick, what did you think about the Razor video? Nick's a channel member, so he got to see the Razor video already.
And shop foreman entitlements for Nez.
Yeah.
Right, Nezzy? Entitled kitty?
Oh, that doesn't give me any access.
Predator, is there a reason why you don't install fuel bags? This means you don't need a fuel hopper and saves weight.
Not allowed in
That's the reason is we're not allowed in the U.S. or Canada.
Canada. They would be great.
Yeah.
They really have a good spot. I think what they're really concerned about is in a crash. But those bags would be a lot stronger because they're made out of Kevlar. They would not rupture. They would just, it's like a...
No, they're clear.
It would just flex and absorb. It would be almost like a bulletproof vest kind of deal.
No, the bladders are like IV bags.
Yeah, but with Kevlar.
No,
No?
just IV bags.
Oh, really?
But they're
I thought
still
they had Kevlar.
no, they're still strong. So
That's why. That's why they...
Yeah, they'll have to take some heat.
I thought they had Kevlar in them.
but the huge benefit is there's no bubbles.
Oh, huge.
So the
Huge.
tank's pulling, like you can use all of your fuel, right?
Yes.
But yeah, they're not, so the answer to your question is they're not allowed.
No.
So we'll take some silicone, put this on the underside of the tank. This is gonna hold it in place. And if you ever need to take it off, the plate's removable ultimately, so.
Kyle says Razor or BDX?
Oh, I want
Which one
both.
would you rather have?
Both.
It's not greedy. He just wants
I wanted the BDX last year when I saw the BDX, and now I want the Razor because it's cool, but I want both.
Justin says, gotta watch Lighter Side after dark. Velocity Addiction. Retired ambulance is same price as a 6 by 12 foot trailer.
Nice.
That's kind of cool.
That's a good idea.
You can get to the field real quick.
Just pop your lights on.
Still has lights.
David says Razor will be in the shop for sure. We'll have
Really?
240 in it.
Well, not my Razor.
Yeah.
David's Razor.
Go down in the warm climes of
Yeah.
southern.
He just buys these things and he goes, "This is mine, John. This is mine."
No, I get to build them, which is cool, but I would like to own a Razor for sure. And a BDX, both.
He says the Razor is almost at Ultra Bandit size.
Yeah.
Nick said the video tracking with the Razor was excellent.
Thank you. I told Pablo after I was done, because I told him I wanted to get some video of him flying the Razor and do a promo video and stuff. And then when I went up to him afterwards, he didn't realize I was videoing him. And I told him, like, that was so hard to follow you because he's just like Mr. Pull and he's all over the place. And the G's he put that thing through, holy crap, crazy.
That's the test bed right there. Mm-hmm. Looking for cracks.
They were trying to wreck the darn thing.
Yeah, that's how you test it.
Sheldon says bags are way thicker than IV bags, plus IV bags get brittle and fail.
Okay, but are these bags made out of the same thing as IV bags? The same plastic?
Well, they're thicker.
Quiet
I
on
would
the
think
set.
they'd
Quiet on
be
the set.
different.
Quiet on the set.
All right, so we've got the tank installed. Took some silicone, put it on the base of the tank. That's going to keep the tank from moving. I'm just going to double check that our hatch still fits on the top, but tank is installed. Yeah, that'll
Oh,
work.
yeah. You're in.
Let's not assume. Let's make sure. There we go.
Test fit 3
Look, Mom,
times.
it works.
All right, what's next in the manual?
Pictures and words.
Already did that.
Extensions, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
Tail cone?
I don't know. I think to me it makes sense to kind of start putting things together. Because there's, so we've got our channels here, but we've got good access to those channels afterwards. That's not a problem. Right there, where's our other channels?
You match.
I know, that was part of my intention.
So he disappears.
Word's Christmassy.
Where's the light bulb that I can put it up?
I think in 2 weeks we should bring some cookies and milk and have hot chocolate.
Jonathan won't allow it in the shop because you can't eat it.
Mark says,
No,
I
hang
just
up.
got my EA Picaro,
Hang
and
up
it's
a
a great
deer
plane
right
too, but now Pablo pulls out the razor on us.
Yeah, exactly, right?
It's a different story.
Edgardo
Like
says,
grill.
about the fuel bags, probably if those are enclosed in a hard box, may be legal, but it will be a good question for the AMA.
Yeah, I think if you're putting them in an enclosed box, then we could do it because they would be considered a fuel tank, right?
Yeah, then you're basically making a fuel cell.
Yeah,
with
but
just a
then
bladder
But then
inside.
why don't you
at
just
that
use
point,
a
why not
fuel
just use a fuel
tank?
tank?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of airplanes have that. They have bladders inside their cells. I know I worked on a couple of
Yeah,
them.
that's
They're
just-
huge.
No, that's for especially military transports and stuff that have
No,
that.
the old 707 and DC-8 had bladders on the inside of the center sections in the middle, and they're huge.
Nick says Ward should be gesticulating with his hands when John is videoing. I hope I said that right.
I don't know what that word means, so.
You know, like gesturing.
Oh, okay.
Like Vanna.
Yes.
He's
Oh, yes.
definitely not like Vanna.
She had a 40-year career doing that.
Okay, so I screwed up. We got to pull the tanks back out, or the tank back out. Because, Hangar 9 already ran the housing for your leads to go in, but they're folded up beside the tank. So we need to take the tank out, pull those little housings out, and run them forward. So, but that's not a problem because we just got our thumb screws to take off.
Joseph says, Jonathan, is the 339 yours or for a customer?
339 is for a customer, and the customer is currently on the live chat right now. Congratulations, Kyle, on your 339.
Predator says, I should go to sleep. It's almost 4 in the morning in Germany.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
a lot of fun.
Avita's name.
Thank you for staying up and watching.
Yes, thank you.
Jeepers.
That's loyalty, man. Thank you.
David says, Picaro is much stronger than a Razor. Picaro and Rogue are built real strong. Razor and DBX say construction a bit lighter.
Yeah, David's owned all of those planes, so he's the guy that knows all that stuff. So. Ward, why did you put Loctite on these?
You always say put Loctite on. Just do what you're saying you're supposed to do. Now you're whining about it?
Doing its job, that's for sure.
And if I didn't do it, then you'd be whining about it too. So it's like
That arm, eh? Watching myself in the.
It's a no-win. It's an
much
all
did
we
you
want
bet in this?
situation.
I'm trying to avoid the silicone I already installed on the tank too.
Why don't you want some cheese with that?
I'm full of it today.
Because I don't smell it anymore.
No, it's not set up. It'll take till tomorrow.
Don't you smell it? It's overrun the nice turbine smell.
Silicone and RTV doesn't smell the same. It's not as vinegar
No.
smelling.
Out of all the Elite Aerosports, which is your favorite?
Me?
Yeah.
Oops. On the down on the mat.
BDX. The normal size one.
Why?
I just love the look of it. I've never flown one yet, but I've watched lots of people fly theirs. It was like the most popular jet at Miami Jets.
Really?
Yeah, there was lots of them there. Well, the whole 90%, 80% of Miami Jets was Elite Aerosports aircraft. It was basically Elite Aerosports Jets is what the event could have been called. It was pretty impressive.
David says he really likes his Picaro.
Yeah. Yeah, the Picaro is looks nice too. It's probably fast. I know it's fast. Probably accurate.
Kyle says, yeah, BDX, can't wait to get his.
Yes. Oh, no way. There we go. So that's what I was looking for.
Didn't you have
So where do we run those guys?
who did you say makes this hangar, right?
Yeah, Horizon Hobby.
Yeah, no.
Shut the front door. I think you can just run those right there.
It's not gonna be pinched by the tank?
No, because there's a gap there, so I think that's ideal.
Velocity Addiction says, I personally prefer the Razor looks over the BDX, but I love scale planes.
Yeah, I mean the Razor's definitely more of a traditional looking aircraft. The BDX is unique, right? But seeing like what some of these, I mean, Elite Aerosports and their pilots that fly them, I mean, some of these guys put the planes through crazy things. And the BDX has been put through crazy flying. The Razor's been put through crazy flying. All their other planes have. So I don't know. They're all pretty awesome stuff. And you do have to like what you fly, right? I mean, you've got to like the looks of it. Ultimately, I think is what really matters. It's got to float your boat.
It
Turn
looks
around
nice
for a
and it
second.
flies even better.
Me?
Yeah,
Why?
I'll just turn around the other way. Mark says, is Jonathan wearing a Firebirds shirt?
Yes, he is.
He'll have to head out to New York next year.
Oh, I would love to go to New York sometime.
I sponsored some swag for the event, so this is one of the little gifts I got. Thank you very much. And I figured it was appropriate to wear it today. So.
I'm all for going to New York.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
let's go down Fifth Ave.
I've never been to New York. Katie has. I think it'd be fun to go there.
It's a different experience there.
Yeah.
But then you go to Broadway.
Probably busy.
Super busy.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to go see the memorial for the Twin Towers. That's
It's pretty cool.
definitely gotta go there.
Oh, Broadway. You gotta go to Broadway.
I went to a food show.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was there for like
Really?
a food show
Yeah.
for the bakery. Mark says he won a hat from Jonathan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We've got good morning from Germany. It's 4 o'clock. That's from Thomas.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for getting up early.
Yeah, you could be like super early or it could be super late if you haven't gone to bed yet.
Yeah.
Or you're just getting up, like one or the other. Sheldon says, I just finished my 2-meter BDXs and need to maiden it. I can say not everyone is a fan of the looks.
Yeah. I don't care what anybody else thinks.
As long as it flies well.
Like my kinetics, people don't like my kinetics. They think it looks funny.
But they changed their tune once they see it fly.
Yeah, that's very,
And when
very
it can
true.
actually perform, like if
Yeah.
it flies very much like a pattern jet airplane, I guess is the best way to say it. It is amazing.
And people don't like the boomerangs as well, the twin boom boomerangs, but you fly that Super Elan, there's guys that have flown a Rebel Pro or Rebel Max,
Yeah.
and they think that's just as capable and like
yeah,
it's
you allowed me to fly
Oh, yeah.
this year. It was really nice.
such a nice flyer.
Very forgiving.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Glenn
Just looks
says,
different.
I'm starting to build a 1/8 scale Corsair FU or F4U from
Nice.
scratch. What engine would you recommend?
Oh my gosh. 1/8 scale. So that is, you're probably like a 50 size, but then you probably want to go with something that's like a radial or like a 3-cylinder radial, like a, what did I put in that first one I built for Stacy? What brand of engine is that? It was a 3-cylinder.
There's a couple, yeah, 3 cylinders.
I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, if you go with like a 3-cylinder, I think that one that I installed was like a 53 cc, I believe is what it was. And that was a little bit bigger plane than what you're putting together, so. But I would always go on the larger size of things.
There was one guy at the club that had one, 3-cylinder, and it actually ran really good on it. I was quite amazed.
David
gas.
Snyder says, the Superlan is amazing. It's the jet version of the OV10 Bronco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Nick says, Moki radial.
Moki Mini.
A mini Moki.
Guess you could put a turbine into the,
No,
overseers, like a
you wouldn't.
prop.
I don't know how small they go, but I think it would be overpowered. I think they have like a 160 or something like that.
I think any of the scale guys would disown you. You'd be banned from clubs if you put a turbine in a Corsair.
Oh, why not?
Oh,
Turbo prop. Got lots of power.
There we go. Super cool. Well, that's done.
dental floss.
No, it's just string.
The string along.
Now it's figuring out which one comes where. Move your finger.
Let's say nothing's.
That's the elevators. And this should be the vertical. So left is vertical, right is elevators. Hi, Lou. Hi.
Something about her outside. She came in there half hour.
Hi. Probably Dumb and Dumber out there.
Nick says, funny, they're bringing full-size older machines back like the OV10, etc.
Yeah. The OV10 I am not a fan of. I think they are terribly ugly planes. Okay, so I don't think we want to run the engine yet. We want to follow the instructions and run our leads because we need the pipe out to run our leads properly. So that's why they have suggested that in the instruction manual. And hopefully we can get the pipe out without having the tank in.
So you're going to take it out again?
No, we'll be able to get in there.
Yeah, it's
Just
lean
have
down.
to work around.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you got spots room in there now.
Except you need little hands.
The other hand.
Yeah.
I was gonna say more.
Makes it hard to grab.
Yeah, no.
Sausage fingers this
Yeah, me
time.
too.
David
Yeah.
Snyder says, they're ugly, but they fly great. My
Yeah.
H9 version is incredible. And Nick says, ugly, yes, capable, definitely.
Yeah. That is well put. Ugly, yes. Capable, yes.
Ugly equals scale, says Joseph. Jagman says, whose Spitfire is that on the wall?
That is Stacy's Spitfire.
Yeah, you get that asked every second one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
I mean,
is it?
people want it. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a classic thing that people notice.
Oh, yes.
And we got an F-18 up there.
F-18 up there for sale.
Yes.
Yes. Gathering dust.
I would be happy to have it gone just to have the extra room.
Kyle says he's flown the full-scale OV10. Love it.
Cool. I'm sure it was probably a very nice flyer in the full-scale version.
Balsa Dust says, that's what my wife says about me. Nick says, like being a vet with your hand down there
Oh, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
when it's calving season.
It's like that Dr. Oakley when we go out there and
Hello. Hi, Luna.
Sheldon says,
see,
when does your
they're
Rebel
not gonna be
Classic
one-stop, they're
arrive?
going
The
to
one
be
for yourself.
The shoot.
My Rebel Classic is going to be delivered on Monday. So we should have it all built and ready to go by Wednesday, I think. Russell's had his for about 2 months now, so.
I only build when the spirit moves.
One of the downsides of having a freezing cold garage
Yes,
is
I'm like,
now
it's warm
his
out.
now his build season is like whatever day we get a Chinook.
that's true too.
David's
That is-
Wear a parka. Get one of those heated ones, you know, electric ones there.
I wear my big fleece up
You
there,
know,
and
get
I'm
one
like,
of the ones that has little batteries in it. You can get gloves that have batteries in it. Hit a switch and it heats it up. And,
the day comes when I have to wear my outdoor boots in the garage. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it.
just trying to help you along here, you know.
David Snyder says, me to balsa, LOL. I don't understand. Keith says, another great video, Jonathan. Yes, I watched, but as they say, kids fly jets, real men fly radials.
Oh wow.
Throwing it
What?
out there.
Hi.
But some of those prices of radial engines are like
Yeah. You know what?
the Valkyrie or the Valish and the
Here's one for you. Kids fly jets. Men fly radials. Real men fly inline colms. Oh, snap.
yeah, that
The
goes.
comment has been throwing.
Yeah, that's drop the mic on that one. There's not much touches that.
Luna, what?
You left.
She's in sucky mode too. So we need to figure out where we're putting our stuff in the front of the aircraft because they want us to run our extensions right now. We can't run the extensions until we know where everything's going in the front of the aircraft. No, I just need to figure out how far into the front we're gonna go.
David S. says, what's so long to build a Rebel Classic?
Who, with Russell?
I
He's
think
just
so.
slow.
Well, I had to wait for a fuel tank that just showed up a couple days ago.
It's also how Jonathan talks to him, very slow, so that you
It's
can.
not bad.
No, he's only got one plane to build all winter, so he can take his time,
He's
right?
got
I'm
a-
milking it out.
He's got to
Exactly.
stretch it out so he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because then I get the itch to order something else.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Nick says, like Australia should be buying heaps of CL415s as already on fire. Sydney is 40 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Celsius yesterday.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Yuck.
If that's the case, your old friend there, Gary, who's down there fighting fires, man, I bet you there's lots of fires.
Yeah.
Jagman wants to know, how much did the Rebel Classic cost?
Got it on sale for, what was the thing that just happened? Black Friday?
Yeah.
Got it on sale for Black Friday. I can't remember what it was, but it was a good price for Black Friday.
It
so.
also has the JP gear installed.
Yeah, I got the ARF Plus package. So the pipes installed, the tanks installed, the gears installed. So yeah, and it's the JP gear.
Yeah. The JP gear that really fits into the whole. I'm running the RE40s.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Nancy Fair.
Yeah.
open space in there.
48-inch extensions. That's supposed to be
Nick
there.
says, balsa good, but getting hard to get.
Good balsa is
Good balsa, yeah.
extremely hard to get. Stuff that doesn't have open pores and allows like epoxy to weep through. And strong.
And says, that's fighting talk. And then, come on, Russell, put your finger out. fella." Tigers RC, what color is your Rebel Classic?
It's the red standard scheme is what it is. And we're going to build it is exactly the same as the other Rebel we did. So it'll be, other than the exterior color, it's going to be a twin to that one.
And mine is the same scheme, except I have, instead of the green, I have orange, but in a different positioning.
David,
Really good, that voodoo purple.
David S. says, Russell, your target date is the Tucson event.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been kicking around whether or not I need that Zycoy. What is that, 132?
Yep.
Right. And I understand that you have a special one coming for you. Colored.
No comment?
Okay.
I don't know. Do I? You may know more than I do.
No, I understand. You're in line for one.
Yes.
One is coming, and it's
I do have
it's custom ordered for you. It sounds
I
like.
do have mine will have a Zycoy 132 in it.
Yeah.
And people are going to ask, why aren't you putting a Swiwin in? Well, my goal is to build it absolutely as light as possible.
Yeah.
Exactly the same as that one, like 20 pounds dry.
Yeah.
And mine's going to be exactly the same. So single battery, is going to run the turbine and everything, Zycoy turbine. So nothing wrong with Swiwin. Don't worry, still run lots of Swiwins, but sometimes that's one of the things. Like that's why I'm putting a Zycoy in the T33. Is Swiwin doesn't have a good 100 series engine. They've got great 80s, great 120s, 140s, but they're missing that 100. So
Yeah, in between ground.
yeah.
I guess they don't feel that the market is all that big enough to make.
Well, and you could look at it and say, do you really need something right in between there? Like, is it really that big of a deal?
Well,
Is it too much to cut it down at 20%?
but this is the issue is like when I got my Jet Mutt, right? It's just like there was missing areas where they didn't have anything between. They had like a 166, a 210,
Yeah.
and then a 250. There was nothing in between. And then they had the smaller version of, I think it was a 122 now.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference in spacing in between that.
Yeah.
And I think me putting that, go down to Tucson with that Jet Mutts, that engine might just be left behind down there.
Yeah, 166? Yeah, that's too much engine for that plane.
Keith says, not fighting words, but just seen the bumper sticker.
Nice.
Velocity Addiction, what's wrong with you never ask how much when the wife is in earshot?
Oh, you're talking about the Classic.
Oh, she doesn't care.
I don't care.
You know what? Is that the first time Carve had a Black Friday sale? Because I've never seen it.
I don't know. It wasn't like blanketed. It was just throughout the day. It was sporadic,
right? No,
right?
There were certain things.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, okay, now this is on sale, and there's like 2 models that are in stock. So it was very sporadic.
So
Yeah.
Raymond, if you're, or Mike, or any of the Carve guys, Andre, if you're listening. Yeah, because if I knew that, yeah. 6 months is a long time to wait for a plane.
Uh-huh.
June?
Nick says, even light ply getting hard to get as well.
Yeah. That's actually, I was just at the hobby store on Thursday, and I was going to get a piece of 1/8 ply. I usually try and buy the 1 foot by 4 foot piece, and they didn't have anything for ply, basically. They had some crappy, all like pre-bent light ply.
Edgardo wants to know if there's any update on the Bandit.
Yes. Where are my wire strippers? Right there. The Super Bandit is still in paint. It's going to, I've been promised, it's going to be painted the week between Christmas and New Year's. So we should be able to go pick it up roughly beginning of the new year.
And who do you got shoehorned in for that journey over the hills?
Somebody, I don't know. Word's probably going to go out again. He doesn't know yet, but
I'll have to find out if he wants to go or not, eh?
whoever's willing to go and make the journey.
That's gonna be slick across the hills at that time.
Me.
If you got winter tires, you're okay.
You're mandated when you go through BC at that time of year.
Yeah, well, from the 1st to April.
All seasons, whatever.
All seasons with a snowflake, whatever
Yeah.
they call that.
Tiger.
Those are called all weather.
All weather, yeah.
Tigers RC.
Hello, Tiger.
You'll have to give us your name there, your first name. It says, glad you got the Rebel. I'm not sure if you remember me. I was the one with the orange Rebel at Miami Jets. The Rebel is truly an amazing
Oh, yeah.
plane.
It is, yeah. The Rebel's super cool. I joke and I call them belly button planes.
Everybody has one.
Everybody has one. That's the reasoning behind it. But the Rebel is like no stress, easy to fly, cheap to put together, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And yeah, great aircraft for sure. The little one flew, like the classic flies amazing for the size of it.
And yeah, and that's why I got that size, because the bigger one was just putting it together with
Yeah.
the two sections together. That was my Achilles heel with that airplane. Taking it and putting it together.
And there's something to be said about a big plane. Like big planes are cool, like the SU, that type of stuff.
They fly great.
They fly great, but you have to really be in the mood.
Yep.
Because you bring that thing to the field and you're putting on the elevators, the rudders, the stinger, the wings. It's a full-on escapade to put that thing together. Some of the nice things about a sports jet, the smaller jets, pull them out of your vehicle, you put your wings on and you're done, right? It's super easy to put together. Quick, easy flyer.
Well, it's kind of like what we found out, like at the Glacier RCJET thing. Remember that date when the weather turned?
Yeah,
And I'm sitting there, no, it's not going to turn. And then all of a sudden it just
yeah.
hounded rain. You guys are busy.
Trying
I'm
to
like,
put jets away.
I got my plane half apart. I'm like, uh-oh.
We were under this shelter and it was raining sideways.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
know.
were like on the picnic tables underneath the shelter, and we were still getting wet from it coming in sideways.
And I got water in the diffuse, and I just went, forget it. I just dabbed it up, spread some rubbing alcohol in there, and then when it stopped, I just fired it up, and I said, if it's going to crash because of this, it's going to do it now.
And then the sun came out and it was a beautiful
It
night.
was beautiful.
After
Got
that.
flights on the Kinetics, the
Oh, that
Superland.
was some of the nicest flying, and some of the nicest photographs too when the
Yeah.
runway was wet. Oh, that was a great event. But yeah, the weather changed there. And Kelly was warning us, oh yeah, I think it's gonna change. And I'm like, no, it's not gonna change.
Jagman says, what are your thoughts on the TAMS 1/8 F-16? I have one, thinking tossing my old P-120 in it.
Yeah, they're nice planes. If you have an asphalt runway to fly off of, it's going to be a nice flyer. A few guys around here have had them. Okay for grass, but you need to do a full bypass on them. But the wheels are fairly small, so it really depends on what conditions you have to run. Nice plane though. All the TAMS stuff is nice quality. I had an F-18 TAMS and it was just beautiful, flew amazing, but I could only fly that on an asphalt runway. So.
And I remember you talked about that when you got rid of it. You really didn't want to get rid of it.
No, I didn't, because it's such a nice flyer.
Flying airplane.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to tie that onto that guy.
David S. had to go.
Ciao, David.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Said, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, David.
Andy says, can't wait to see your thoughts on the Skymaster V BVM 1/5 F-16.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be good. I mean, I already know sort of the ins and outs of the Skymaster stuff. I've never put a Skymaster F-16 together, so it will be interesting to see the difference. I do have some things that I don't like about the BVM one that I know Skymaster does better.
Yes,
So there are those kind of things.
yes. It can't be that much heavier though.
It's going to be substantially
Really?
heftier, yeah.
So we're talking like the difference between like the Skymaster weight in that Hawk and the Skymaster weight in the Hawk from Carf. Basically the same
Yeah.
airplanes. Wow.
Nick says, yeah, one of the guys has a Strike Master. Takes an hour to get ready to fly.
Yeah. No, these big planes, you really have to,
Good.
when you're going out, you have to really look at the weather.
Yeah.
You
You have to be
know?
dedicated for the day.
Yeah, and you also have to have, I call it the 5-minute dismantle. If it starts to go bad,
Yeah.
you got to be able to pull that thing apart like pronto.
That's kind of one of the cool things about when you go to these US events, like not all of them obviously, but some of them, like Kentucky Jets as an example.
Yeah.
Miami Jets was the same thing. Basically, everybody just puts their aircraft underneath the canopy. That's it. They show up in the morning and the stuff's just all assembled. Like,
That's nice.
we don't have that luxury up here, so
Our weather changes so
yeah. It can just be like within 30 minutes you're,
Your plane's flying without.
yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it.
I think the only other place, remember when we were at Harold's place in North Battleford?
Hmm.
We went into that ATCO building and put our airplanes in there that one time.
Yeah, that's right.
That
That's
was
right.
about the only other time.
Yeah. Or like Littlest Airport where we've got the hangar there, but the hangar fills up quick, right? So
Oh yeah, it gets populated.
if you want to fly in the evening, you're not putting your plane in the hangar, so
Yeah, no.
can't get it in.
Well, they had a
Yeah, these are
hangar,
full.
or they had the one over at by Lethbridge.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Merv's, Harry's place there. Yeah, that was actually really nice.
Yeah, they have to take half the planes and put them.
Yeah, that was super
load
nice
them onto
there.
the trailer and
Is
off they
that
go.
really nice flying field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grass.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, Harry's got like a huge shop there, which you can just put your planes in, which is great.
Next time.
Yeah, the Lethbridge Club.
Clubs
Yeah, it's a nice field.
Practice their driving, because that was so beautiful. It's like a fairway.
Yeah, it's a really nice field.
That's an ideal place to test fly.
Well, it's only a couple hours out, so it's not bad. You can go there. But
Well, for us, it's not bad.
except for an event, then you stay.
Yeah.
then you stay
Well,
there.
for Jonathan and I, it's quick.
It's the same as going to Prop Busters.
Yeah, Prop
But for
Busters is a little
Stacy, he's
long.
got to come 2 hours here and then 2 hours there. So
See, he's got to overnight it here.
yeah,
And hook up.
Oh yeah, that's to say, I can just it's the same distance from my place to Lethbridge as it is to.
I know. You're in the middle of the
Blockbusters.
city.
Right,
Yeah.
perfect.
He's bragging.
Balsadest says, my Newport 28 would take 30 minutes to assemble with the rigging wires. Never flew it.
yeah.
Yes, any plane with rigging wires.
What a nightmare.
Sheldon says, my good field is 1 hour away, so the little extra to put my Rebel Max is worth it to me.
Yeah.
Nick says, just looking at a rather black cloud moving our way out the window. It's black out here. We can't see anything.
It's been black for a bit.
Yeah, we
Joyce-
don't have any, like, I do have a close field. I didn't fly there once this year. I don't know
No,
if,
yeah, I
not at all.
did about.
So it's like 20 minutes away from me, and I didn't fly once there this year. I prefer to go 2 hours north, 2 hours south, and it becomes a day event. So
It's true.
Especially when you get a flying day in November.
this is going to be right.
You get out there and you enjoy your flight and come back in no time.
Oh, there.
Joseph
drive,
says,
2 hour
most of
flight.
the Warbird events in the Midwest use commercial tents. We set up and fly for 3 days, tear down at the end and go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
We don't have that luxury up here. Like, I think if we went to an event like that and we had the big tents, I wouldn't have a problem leaving my plane together. Like some guys that go with trailers, they've got their awnings or their trailers are really tall. They'll actually put their planes underneath their trailers, like their sleeping trailers or travel trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem doing that. I did that once in Princeton when we went about 10 years ago. And we just tucked them underneath the bus. No, I just need you to label the end of that wire.
Okay.
Perfect. But yeah, all of our events are fairly small in the grand scheme of things compared to
Which one is this?
the US stuff. RE.
Nick says it's daytime there.
On the other side of the world,
We've got Tracy saying, John, I can't wait to get my trusty screwdriver.
I can't believe that so many of them.
Thank you, everybody. If you're just tuning in or you missed the beginning, thank you for ordering Trusty. We're going to package those, all the orders that have been put in already, we're going to package those tomorrow, and we'll get them shipped out Monday, Tuesday. I think we've probably got about 45 or 50 left at this point. So once they're gone, they're gone. I think we've sold about 45, 50. So
Drop the hint to the wife that you want one for Christmas.
Oh, I'm gonna get it and have my wife put it in my stocking stuffer. Yeah.
Justin says, good work, guys. Keep it up.
thank you.
Thanks. Brian says, we are fortunate. I have my camper at the flying field permanent and
Nice.
usually camp all weekend and fly.
That is awesome.
No, you can't do that right now, John.
Nick says, last event went to was at least 6 Rebels, including that 2W footer.
Yeah, the one that's put together.
Oh yeah, that's 2 fuselages, right? I've seen that.
I'm not sure if that's what he's talking about, but that's what popped in
I
my
think
head.
That's what he's talking about. With that center section. Yeah, there's the little center section that's only about 2 feet wide in between.
David Snyder says, I know, mine is on the way.
Which one's he got? Snyder. Rebel?
Oh, I think he's talking about his trusty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trusty. Oh yeah.
Mark wants to know if the screwdrivers come pre-seasoned with Hysol.
No.
That would be an extra.
I actually thought about that. I'm like, wait a sec. If I made 100 of these things, that's a lot of Hysol to go through, like just to like rub it all over it. But no, that's actually probably just pure cost. That's why I decided not to. But that's funny. Or you could buy the
The
pre-seasoned
Hysol,
one.
this seasoned.
There you go. Maybe the-
Whoa.
Kenneth says, night, y'all.
right?
Good night.
Night.
Thanks for tuning in.
Nick says, 22 footer.
Oh, 22 footer.
You having this? This is
Oh,
David Snyder says, yes, trusty.
coming your way soon. Your order's in that stack right over there.
Nick
Can't
says,
believe
just
this.
weather it yourself.
What?
Nick says, just weather it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says, you're not using your new stand?
It's over there holding wings, Joe. Holding Rebel wings, or T-33 wings. Good?
Yep.
All right, and we'll tie those together. Pull those suckers through.
good going for this one here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jagman says, so when is your turbine balancer coming? I built a balancer over the summer
Stop talking about that.
service my engines.
Sorry, start again. I
Okay.
couldn't hear a word. Was acting like a baby.
So when's your turbine balancer coming? I built a balancer over the summer to service my engines. I changed bearing on my K100, K45, and my P120 and rebalanced them. So nice to be self-sufficient.
Yes. So I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. Been waiting on the Swiwin factory to get their butts in gear. That's about all I can tell you. I don't know. I'm going to start pushing again, though.
Mark says, heading out to, got some warmer weather, so I'm going flying in the morning.
Nice.
Jealous.
No kidding.
Just go like
Brian
this.
says, thanks for the pictures of the plane rack. I will probably build one this weekend or next. Keith said, should have used Trusty on each episode, then sent them out. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea. This episode's brought to you by Trusty number 2.
That leads you into different versions.
Yeah. Feature, that'd be funny. The price has to go up if that's going to be it.
Special edition.
All right, so we are pulling wires through the fuselage here. So we've got our rudder vertical stab wire pulled. It's nice that all the sheathing is already done for you and the lines are already there. So we did have to take the tank back out to straighten our lines here, but no issues there. And we've got lots of extension here, so we'll be able to put our equipment wherever we want. And pretty simple to pull this stuff through. It works out nice. Good?
Yep.
Edgardo, are you considering making Trusty in a miniature size, like a souvenir with some message, like always keep Trusty in your toolbox? Trusty is kind of small.
Trusty is small.
Yes, small. Have to make a bigger one out of a big screwdriver.
There's
Never
Luna.
use it, just
Good.
if you want.
Static string.
It's nice to have that.
It's a nice kit. It actually is.
I like that tubing. It's like makes it.
The tubing come with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all pre-installed.
Doesn't say we just done.
This is the high temperature stuff that I haven't been able to find.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, it looks like it.
Many times we're fighting to go through, then we have to put on the covering because it's going to be in high temperatures and stuff like that. It's like hours, and here it is done.
Yeah, no, I like that snakeskin with the flex. It's not even
Oh,
flexible.
can I get my hand in there? Yes, I can.
Veterinarian comments now.
Woo!
Hang on, is that right? Oh,
So that's right. This is left.
oh, now you gotta do the acrobatic play out.
Can you grab a flashlight for me? Because I can't see nothing.
The brain is willing, but the hands can't find the exit ramp.
Push the button again. Huh. Oh, this is like surgery.
David Snyder says H9 in general make nice planes. Keith says big winter got my Challenger 2 ultralight back after 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Let's go through here.
Don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so you can pull that guy there. Yes, I know.
Either
Relax.
In front or behind the two open-ish areas.
Boom. Luna, you don't need to go outside again. You're just out there. Okay, so. What? So we've got to make sure that we're protecting that as it goes across, because the heat stuff comes to here, but it doesn't go on the other side, so.
Guessing tubing?
Don't know the solution yet.
Glenn says his Roddy needs a walk, so he's gonna see us later.
Ciao.
You're like that, but I wouldn't even trust mine.
Want me to try to get my little itty-bitty sausage fingers in there?
No, I can get in there.
It's like you take the long hemostats and you grab it and then you start trying to fish it through.
So,
The other ones are going through right here.
yes, I know. But it's what I'm looking at is, I know where it comes out here. What I'm concerned about is where it's going over the top.
You wanna make it-
You don't want it to be dangling and touching the pipe, right? That's the key.
Or burn.
So I'm trying to tuck it up and out of the way so it's not heat, it becomes a heat issue.
David Snyder says, I'm out with my husky now, almost bedtime. Keith says, at ALA 45th next year.
Yep, crazy.
I think somebody else wanted in over there.
You what?
I think somebody else wanted in.
The pug?
Is Nez sitting there?
No. Oh, nobody's there.
Who'd you think was there?
Somebody scratched at the door.
Nez is out here. Oh yeah, she's on the chair.
So probably the pug.
Nez.
No, she doesn't want to come out in the garage. Ow. So,
Tigers RC.
Luna, stop.
Have you ever seen any kids fly RC planes? I personally have started to see an increase in kids flying. Really gets me excited to see the next generation of RC.
Yeah, the good question, we were down in Miami last weekend, and there was a 5-year-old.
What?
Yeah, tiny little kid, like this, tiny little guy. And his dad is out there supporting him, and the little guy goes and he's flying the Hangar 9 Viper, the 90 mil Viper jet.
Really?
Yeah, awesome. So every time he landed, he was up there flying a bunch of times. Every time he landed, he'd get a round of applause from everybody. Like this tiny little guy, and you've got like these hedge bushes that you're like they're the pilot boxes, and his head's like in line with the pilot boxes. It's so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, teeny kid. It was awesome.
There was that other kid at Kentucky Jets too that was
Yeah.
flying, had his something that was, he was awesome. Eric says, we have a 9-year-old, Christopher, that flies all his dad's composite jets and has his own MB 3039.
Nice. Yeah, it is. It's invigorating to see some youth as back in from the flying stuff, which is cool.
Hopefully they just stay to the point into the 20s where it imprints and they
Yeah.
just continue to do it.
Keith says, great to hear. Would love to teach some newcomers. Eric says that's at his club. Keith says, let's keep this great hobby going.
Exactly.
Well, it's hard to compete with video games and stuff like that. But
Yep.
all the kids, even my kids.
Well, I think the most thing that'll scare kids off is cops. Dad has to help.
That's what scared me when I first started. It's just like you wreck the plane and you're like,
Yeah, it scares them.
well, it scares you because you don't know. It's just like, okay, it's part of the hobby.
Edgardo wants to know if you have any ideas for a theme for the next live.
Ooh. Christmas.
Christmas. That's why
That will be the 23rd of December.
Everybody has to wear green
in red.
and red, and they have to have those Santa hats on.
Oh yeah, I could find
Yeah.
one of those.
Gotta have the Santa hats on.
Yes.
And of course, Jonathan has to wear little elf boots with real bells on the
No,
toes.
he's Santa
So
Claus.
when he walks
We're
around,
like the elves.
so when he walks around, he goes ding, ding, ding.
We're like the elves. We're like the helpers. No, he is not trying to melt the wire here. He is actually putting a sheathing on it.
So just putting some shrink tube over top of the wire where it will cross the fuselage to the other side.
You gotta glue
The
it.
power box wire is very heat resistant, but this is just one more layer of protection.
You can glue it up too, can't you, just to keep it up?
Yeah, you could.
Jagman says, when's the maiden of that turboprop PC21 happening? Is that yours?
It's not, it's my friend's. Will be in springtime, it'll get maidened.
That was the gear, right?
So pretty much all of our flying is shut down until April-ish.
Depends on how much snow we get.
Sometimes May, sometimes June. You never really know. Sometimes March.
Nick says there was a 10-year-old girl from Costa Rica that would fly with radio behind her back.
That's cool.
That is, yeah, I don't know how they do that. The hand-eye coordination like that.
Well, these kids grow up playing video games, right? So it's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually do that
It's
with
just
the controllers, they put it like the switches
second
back there,
nature. They
do
just know.
that?
No, I don't know. It's just second nature to know like the hand-eye coordination with the brain.
Yeah, I know, it's just,
Okay, Joe says ugly Christmas sweater edition.
oh.
Problem is I don't have an ugly Christmas
Oh,
sweater.
I
was just
can
saying,
remedy
I threw 'em
that.
out high.
Well, you can get one that says, radio box or something like that.
We'll just let that one float in there for a while.
I can hook you up.
You can put a power
I
box,
can hook you up.
tell them to get a power box sweater.
So kind of a weird setup. They come with these little grommets, but the grommets are,
Don't fit.
well, they don't fit in the holes. So let's see what the manual says.
Edgardo says if he doesn't make it for the next live, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year all.
Thank you. Merry Christmas
you.
to you.
Yeah. Poor
Keith's-
people down south though, they have no snow for winter, for Christmas. Especially in Australia and New Zealand.
But that would be their normal Christmas. They don't
I
know.
know. Nothing worse than having to turn
They
the
don't
air
know any
conditioner
different yet.
Well, it's the same like in Arizona too,
45 above. Ugh. Christmas is
or Southern California,
Christmas is
Or-
a nice 10
or
below,
Florida.
10 below and snow in the air.
They don't know what it is like.
They'll have to go to Aspen, Colorado to get it.
We've gone to Mexico a few times for the holidays, and I tell you, sitting at a pool on
is pretty
Christmas
nice.
Day, there's something about it.
Yeah, there you guess so.
We've been on 2 cruises in the Caribbean, and both times, for Christmas Day, we were in Barbados. Christmas Day, and it was really neat.
It's different.
It is. Yeah, it was weird walking down the street. They had like in the town, the city town area, they had Christmas trees up with each country was decorated from Canada, Australia,
Canada?
Canada, all over the country, and they had them decorated like that. And it's just like for the tourists coming in and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool.
So we're making a running change on our installation. We are going to go with a rubber grommet instead of the hard plastic grommets that come with the kit. And I think these will fit in the holes. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Brian says Ermachi MB 339 turbine ARF out of stock in Canada.
Yep. Mine came from, this one was shipped from the US when I ordered it, so, and I ordered it direct. Now there was customs fees, so keep that in mind. I don't know what they retail for in Canada, but I think the fees on this one was, with taxes and shipping and everything, was about $200 and something. I have to look at the invoice, so, yeah,
That's nothing.
whatever.
I know, still, ouch.
Tigers RC, I believe I saw a total of 6 children pilots at Miami Jets. Seeing a 5-year-old flying is truly inspiring.
Yeah, really
Some of the
is.
children even flying Turbine, which is super cool to see.
Yeah,
Yes. Just flying literally, like
yeah.
at our club at the Stampede, we don't see, no, not a kid. Well, no, there is one youngster, but he's about 10.
You almost have to, almost have a special day where you try to invite all these kids to come in and guide
Well, you
them.
can't, the thing is you can't force it, right?
Oh, no,
You can't
you can't
force them
force
to be wanting to be part of the hobby. It's just got to be something that they're exposed to and they really want to do, right?
See it and
There we
Well,
go.
They want to learn about it. You know, I think the best thing about this hobby is like you learn everything like from mechanics to electrical
yeah.
to actually principle of flight. That's a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
Victor RCJET says hi.
Hi, Victor.
Brian says $21.99.99 in Canada.
What?
$2,199.99, I think, in Canada.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was, for this one, it was 1,600 US, I think, is what I paid. And then
Plus exchange, so 2,000.
an exchange plus the $200 in fees or whatever.
It's about
So
the same. We're
yeah,
the
it's
same.
about the same.
But there was stock.
Well, yeah, I ordered this and it was here 3 days later.
That's what
so,
I mean. There was stock, and that's
Yeah.
what we find out. We have to go to different places that have vendors that have stock on stuff.
Can you grab me a
Some
zip
of them
tie?
don't carry the stock.
What
on it.
size?
The bigger of the small ones on the right-hand side there.
Nick says, great entertaining show tonight. That 400 just epic.
Thanks, Nick.
That is.
He has a native Christmas tree. That's cool. Zing radio control channel. Hey, lighter side, it's Max from Miami Jets.
Hey, Max.
Brian says, great hobbies, had one and sold before I could grab it.
Oh, geez.
Oh, he's 12.
Yeah,
Max.
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
He was, him and, Max, what was your friend's name? Max, yeah, Max was flying his, I think he had the Rebel Classic as well.
Really?
Yeah,
See, and I just started flying when I was 12.
yeah. Yeah,
Just got into it.
he's a wicked pilot.
That is, he's even further ahead than what I was. I
Yeah.
was learning how to crash airplanes at that time.
Oh, this is hard to do this blind. Hoping I got it in the right hole. Title of my sex tape.
Oh, I'm biting my tongue here. guys.
Hey, wait, there's minors on here.
Yeah, just trying to keep this.
Oh yeah, G-rated.
G-rated.
Sorry.
You coached me about
I know.
Yeah,
I
you know.
try.
Katie knows about that, so we just leave it at that.
Did I get? I don't think I wrapped that up. So
Eric
there's.
says mine was $21.99 Canadian, was ordered months ago.
Yeah.
What do you want?
He says shipping is stupid for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shipping is what kills
Pull the
us.
line. The left elevator.
Max said he flew turbines at Miami Jets.
Yeah. Which plane was yours, Max? The Rebel. There you go.
Brian,
There we
A
go.
little hot.
Now I need to cut this. Ow. Hopefully this is the last time I have to stick my hand in this back end.
So said the vet.
just flying the T1.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Don't cut the wrong one.
Well, I don't think I can get the pliers open with my hands in the way.
Oh, okay, Tigers is Brady.
Oh, cool. From Kentucky.
No, is from, says, I'm Brady, Max's friend. I fly Rebel Classic.
Yes,
She's
okay.
13.
There you go.
Yes.
Cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Victor says, old children here too.
Yeah, exactly. Can so look through the back end and tell me if I'm like on the clip. I can't see anything and I can't feel anything.
Here, let's see if I can guide you to the.
I don't think you'll be able to get your hand in there, Ward. It's way too small.
He tried 3 fingers in the.
Right here is the line.
I can't see anything.
I know,
Towards you.
that way. Go towards my finger. You gotta go that way.
My
about
hand's
2
probably
inches.
smaller.
This is entertaining.
Ward, look at me.
Yeah,
Look at me.
you narrower, yeah.
You got it? No, just put the light down for a sec. Okay. Look at me. You're looking at the pliers. So you tell me this way, that way, towards you, towards me.
Go towards you.
Okay.
Stop. Now go this way.
Okay.
And okay, a little bit more. And come back just there. Now come towards me. Oh, no, you missed it. Had you lined up, you just right there. You're touching it now.
Can I
Go
cut?
more. Yeah, go rise up. Oh, you went off of it. No, okay.
This is comical.
And squeeze.
Okay, I'm good.
You got it. But that much left.
He's telling me, that way, go that way. Which way? That way. Up, down, that
Go
way.
after my finger.
Go after your finger, I can't see anything.
Brian says the struggle of running wires.
Oh my gosh.
Your arms will look like you fought a cat.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yeah. You usually get scarred up really good. Smaller the finger, the more it gets scarred up.
Victory.
Victory. Let's do a victory lap.
Oh, we gotta
Yeah,
actually
video
record this
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, yeah.
And the problem with the carbon in this is like the edges are so sharp, so I can feel like the fiberglass slivers, you know? But it's all worth it. All right, so the elevator wires are a struggle, and the reason we made them a struggle is because we put some heat shrink over top of our wire. So I think 3 formers in, you can see the heat shrink, and that is just for the left elevator lead because that comes across and then goes down the tube. So now our back end is all heat protected, which is awesome, and those lines have all been run forward. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. All right, guys, you got 3 minutes. If you have any final questions, comments, or anything, let me know. Trusty bent screwdrivers, there's still some left. Don't wait too long because I'm not going to make any more. If I do make any more, it might be a year from now. They were really tough to find. So,
I'm amazed you found them.
yeah, I had to order them from the US, sign up for an account, signed a bunch of crap with the government. It was quite a disaster, actually. It was a struggle, very much a struggle.
The government wants
Yeah.
to know where the screwdrivers
Yeah.
are going.
Yeah, I won't say anything, but yeah, that was interesting. So.
That is interesting.
So yeah, this week we're going to wrap up the 339. That video will come out. I'm not sure when. We've got a bunch of videos planned already. Razor video is Monday. So the Elite Aerosports Razor flight from Miami Jets that Pablo did will be Monday. I threw in a little bit of clips that Ali flying the Razor. I couldn't throw in a bunch of it because music was playing in the background, so I just did a little bit of his stuff. Wednesday, I think, is SU video. Anyways, lots of good videos coming. We will do a live on the 23rd of December, which is Saturday, and that will be our last live of the year. Typically, last year I did a live on the regular lighter side of RC channel, but I don't think I'll do that again. We'll do it on this channel because that's been our tradition so far. So Rebel shows up Monday. I'm going to work on the Rebel this week. Going to get some miscellaneous projects in the shop done this week. Get some more work done on the T-33. And we got some really cool planes coming mid-December. So many fun projects. Our list has doubled this last week. Yeah, it's pretty cool, all the planes rolling in. So thanks guys for supporting the channel. Thank you to everybody that's ordered trusty bent screwdrivers and additional products. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next live.
See ya.
Ciao.
Have a good night.